And give it up for the very funny John Jacob.
All right, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, roommate 08. How you doing? All right, good to be here in this fire code violation. Where are we? What a space. This is great. I feel like we're doing stand-up in Prohibition. I feel like I'm on the set of Joker 2 with these fucking things on the wall. Oh yeah, good-looking crowd. Very good group here. I feel like I'm at the casting of Love is Blind. This looks pretty good. Yeah, pleasure to be here. I know. Sorry I didn't dress up too much for the show. I came here right from work. I sell beer to high school kids. So I rushed over as quick as I could. I know, I look like I'm playing street hockey outside. I look like somebody you randomly punch in Grand Theft Auto. That's kind of the vibe I've got going on. But yeah, I love this space. I went to the little drink store across the street, as we all did. And there was a homeless guy outside, and he said, "Hey man, can you buy me a Sprite?" And I said, "Oh no, I'm sorry man." And he goes, "Okay, fine, what about a Coke?" And the kind of soda wasn't the issue, you know? I'm like, this is a Coke household, we don't buy Sprite here. But I was just living in New York City for a while. A lot of homeless people in New York. And the homeless people in New York are different than anywhere else I've ever been, because they have like homeless people with egos, which is pretty crazy. One night a dude was like, "Hey man, can I get $1? I just really need $1. And I said, "I'm sorry man, no cash, but good luck." And he went, "Oh, I'm good. Don't worry about me." I'm like, I'm sorry, did I misinterpret the begging to assume? I didn't know this was just a fundraising Series A right now. But you're an entrepreneur, good for you, man. Yeah, New York's an interesting city like that because it is hard to like have empathy in a city surrounded by so much suffering at all times. You kind of have to turn it off. You know what I mean? Because like to go into a charity gala, you have to like step over homeless people in the street. So it's like, how do we raise money for like the endangered tree rat when like, you know, Greg is going to be extinct if we don't help him right now? The native Brooklonian is going away. We need to raise money for them. Dude, one time I had a guy pull up to me in a car and ask for $1. And I'm like, dude, you're in a car, like Uber or something. Like, you have a money-making thing. And it wasn't even on his side. He leaned down and threw the passenger side of the window. I was like, "Excuse me." I lived in Florida for 15 years. Yeah, on purpose. Yeah, I lived in Tampa, Florida. I'm wearing a Tampa Lightning jersey right now. When you tell people you lived in Tampa for 15 years, people look at you like you said Iraq. Like, people do not understand living in Florida at all. I was just down there during the hurricane. That was brutal. We had the biggest hurricane in 50 years. And it was such a bad hurricane, we actually drank Dasani. It was pretty rough. Yeah, that's how bad it was. We're like, fuck. Yeah, dating, I changed my Bumble profile. It had me holding a generator. I'm like, oh, who's interested? Yeah, but I love DC. I grew up in DC, and by that I mean Maryland. That's the thing we like to do. We all like to be cool. Everyone does it. They go, "Oh, where are you from?" They go, "DC." You go, "What part?" They go, "Chicago." Not quite the same. But I had a nice DC day today. I went down, spent a couple hours down at the National Mall looking for parking, and eventually found a spot. Everything was closed. Went home. So, you know, pretty solid. But I did indulge in some other DC culture, legal mushrooms. So, wow, yeah, legal mushrooms. Yeah, can you believe that? I know. How does that make any sense? Dude, the closer you get to the White House, the more drugs are legal. It's insane. I think they're just trying to keep us all fucked up around here so we don't realize how crazy the shit is going on, you know? We're like, "You guys still keeping kids in cages at the border?" They're like, "You're hallucinating!" My bad. I know, we're only like a few weeks away from that thing that's gonna change the world forever. It's pretty scary because like no matter what happens, something's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like if Trump loses, the government is gonna manipulate a bunch of idiots into breaking another government building that they were renovating anyway, by chance. You ever notice that the only time we've stormed the Capitol, it was covered in scaffolding? Oops, did we leave out the giant ladders on the one day that they're definitely going to break into our building? Oops. Oh, is there race riots in another city? Did we accidentally leave out a pallet of bricks near the mall? Whoopsies. And then if Kamala loses, a bunch of people are going to stand in a park and scream really loud. So either way, it's going to be pretty intense. You know, and Trump refers to every time they bring up January 6th, he calls it J6, like it's his family or whatever. J6, the boys, right? Good guys. Yeah, the debate was, oh God, I can't believe it. I mean, we've got Kamala, or we've got Trump. And I mean, it's exciting if Kamala wins because then we'll have a president you can finally masturbate to. So, hey, I've tried for the others. It's not easy, but this one will finally be a little easier. And then Trump in the debates, Trump just speaks and stands like no other human on earth. Like Trump has the posture of like a child telling their parents what happened at school that day. It's a lot of like, the boy at school pushed me. I didn't like it. Ate my dog. And they keep shooting at him, dude. Trump is like Tupac now. Like, people just can't. And I get it, too, because that's the only way he's going to shut up. Like, Trump will be talking shit till the moment he dies. You know he will. He's going to be calling into Fox News at 80 years old like, they fucked up my sandwich today. It wasn't good. Rigged mayonnaise. Like, I know, what a psychopath. And the first time he got shot, I was like, okay, let me see his first speech to see if he's like mellowed out at all. You know what I mean? But he didn't change at all. He talked about his assassination attempt the same way he talks about everything else. He was like, you've never seen a bullet closer to a head. It was the closest any bullet has ever come. And then the second guy pointed a gun at him, and now he's just cocky, like, miss me, now you gotta kiss me. People used to kiss when they missed. Nobody kisses anymore when they miss. The shooter should have to kiss me. I know, unbelievable. Do we need a president? Like, can we just have a few years off? Like, we let Air Bud play basketball. Can we just have like a loophole to figure this out? Like, can we just like go through a hoe phase as a country? Like, can we see a different president every weekend? That would be nice. Did you guys see the Tesla robot? You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Tesla, they've unveiled, there's like a big walking around humanoid robot. And, you know, it's going to be out soon enough. But it's funny because they gave it like this very, like, timid voice, I think, to try to, like, disarm you against how scary this is as a concept. But they showed it, like, interacting with people at a party. And the Tesla robot is like, hey, how are you doing? Oh, you're from Texas? Super cool. Wow, Austin? I've heard of that. And I love that because that means, you know, when eventually they flip out and start killing everybody, it'll be like, oops, I ripped your arms off. Sorry. My bad. I feel like when Israel blew up all those pagers in Lebanon, Hitler was in his grave like, you see what I was talking about? This is what I was telling you guys. I'm allowed to make that joke. I am German. Now, I'm half Jewish. Which was cool growing up half Jewish, because what we do is we'd switch off what we celebrated every year. You know, like one year we'd celebrate Christmas, and then the next year we'd save all our money for the next Christmas. It was pretty solid. No, I'm half Jewish on my dad's side. And if you know anything about Judaism, it means doesn't count at all. That's not fair. I don't like that idea. If you don't come out of a Jewish vagina, you are not Jewish, despite how many Jewish vaginas I've come in, which I know, not as many as I'd like. Yeah, they don't really let you do that. But I don't know. I don't think it's fair. You know, I've never said this, but I don't know. I feel like if you would have been killed in the Holocaust, you should count as Jewish. Doesn't that just seem fair? Okay, well, I lost everybody on that. And yeah, you guys are great at letting me know when it's not funny anymore. Okay, last but not least. Here's a fun one you guys can try. Next time you go to the bathroom, when you knock on the door and the person inside goes, "Someone's in here," shout, "I know!" and keep trying to get in. It'll really scare the shit out of somebody. All right, thank you. Good night. Appreciate you. All right, thank you.